first started, I was an assistant professor here at San Francisco State, and I wanted to be able to do something for the community. A lot of suggestions from different people were given to me, but what I really wanted to do was address youth issues. And one of the biggest youth issues at that time was Filipino American high school dropout. And so that was like a big problem. And I didn't know really how to do that, so I thought, oh, maybe let me just start some, like project, bring some mentors, some college students from SF State to Balboa High School. And what we realized at that moment was it was just much more than just high school. They were suffering from severe economic hardship in their communities that were also causing, like violent situations in which they were living. We started to realize that our students weren't really learning about who they were in their classes, nor did they have teachers who looked like them. There was all these sort of things, like that were compounding the experiences of the administration, and we asked them, like, can we have a class, an actual Filipino American Studies class? And the administration felt like that there was no need. And so there was resistance there at first. And I said, well, if you get students interested, which I don't think students are going to be that interested in taking that kind of class, maybe we can offer it. And I said, well, we'll do it for free, And he said, well, you still need to get students to take it. And so we went around the school and got people, all these youth, to sign up to take the class, and they were all hyped up to take it. And so we had a list of like 60 students. And the next semester, the spring semester of that year, we actually started that first pilot course. And even in that moment, we learned that there was even more issues that we needed to deal with. And one of the biggest...
I've come to realize that you can't be everything to everybody all the time. So really, it goes about just really getting to know people and put the effort in to see how I, as a teacher, can help the students. And the students have helped me grow a lot this semester too, in becoming a better teacher, and becoming a better student, and becoming a better friend too. So it's been a very, very good semester, just working with everybody at my site, my barangay, and working with the students.
It's like when you're asking the students like what they think of the class or what they're learning, and then they open up to you and say, like, I'm learning about my identity, I'm like getting stronger through the class, and it's just like, wow, I didn't know that I had an impact on them, It's just growing for both sides, like growing for the students and also growing as a teacher.
How do you teach the students?
I guess I can say, like, when I teach, when I'm up there teaching my students, sometimes I feel like I don't know if they're getting it because of, like, they're in first grade, but when you ask them questions and when they're responding back to you what you're teaching them, it's such a great feeling to know that they're actually paying attention and they're grasping what is being taught to them. So it's like a warm feeling.
10 years ago that I learned needed to be dealt with, and I still think need to be dealt with, is that students have a lack of hope, right? And they have a lack of care, and that they don't necessarily see themselves, as doing much more than what is expected of them, which is not very much. And so one of the biggest things that, like I hope that these young folks get out of being in PEP is that they have, the power, to do something for themselves, that they can determine their lives, and that they're going to actually do something for their communities.